Hope everyone's doing well, had a good day, all that kind of thing. Basically just wanted to share with you my to be read list for the Magical Readathon happening in April. If you haven't heard about it, I'll put a link down below. Basically, Book Roast has organised it all. G has done a freaking phenomenal job. Basically, it's based on Harry Potter, so yay, I love Harry Potter. We are doing owls in April, so our outstanding visiting levels. Basically what G's done, you get our super cute Hogwarts acceptance letter, yay. And she's made this amazing course book. I'll flick to some of the pages and show you what a good job she's done. I don't know if you can see all of that, but look at the detail in this thing. Fantastic. Basically, what she's done this year is we have those careers. You can pick a career and you have certain hours you have to pass that are like compulsory ones to do that career. And then those classes, those hours you have to take come with a prompt. You assign a book for that prompt and you get to read it. So I'm going to show you my to be read list. Now I've actually chosen to do a Magizoologist because I think being a vet in real life kind of had to be a Magizoologist. So, you know, it's fun. Let me flick to the page. So this is our Magizoologist. Very pretty, some openings for Magizoologist jobs. She's put phenomenal effort into this, it's awesome. Now, so with our Magizoologist, our required courses are actually care of magical creatures, which makes sense. You know, theoretically we could be looking after dragons and unicorns and things. Charmed, herbology, and potions. So I'll go through my TBR read for those classes first, and then I think like a lot of people, I've actually assigned a book to all 12 classes if we get to them. Now I'm working 10-hour days and on call with after hours and stuff at the moment, so chances are I'm not going to get through it, but I'm going to give it a red hat go because, I mean, come on, this is awesome. So definitely going to have a good crack. So book 1 of my required readings is for care of magical creatures. Now the prompt for that is a land animal on the cover. Turns out I have a lot of books with birds and magical creatures, which I don't think really counts. Not so many just good old land animals. But the book I have chosen, which all my books I haven't read yet, I'm not rereading any because I'm trying to, you know, get through a giant pile of to be read books, same as I think everyone on here. So I don't know much about any of them really. I'm just gonna get cracking and see what journey they take me on. So yes, book 1 for care of magical creatures is The White Stag by Cara Barbareri. I excuse my pronunciation because it's terrible and I've just come off a 12-hour shift, so my brain is fried. But super keen to read this. It's been getting good reviews. Obviously my land animal is our beautiful white stag there, so I'll probably actually tackle this book second. First is actually going to be another one, but definitely tackle this book second. So next in our list is Charmed, which our prompt is age line. I'm assuming it comes from, if you remember, in Harry Potter where Fred George crossed the age line for the Goblet of Fire and they get dramatically older because they weren't actually of age to be crossing that line. So I think that's a fun play on that, which is awesome. And it's to read an adult book, if I didn't say that already. Brain fried. So I'm actually going to read Nevernight by J. Christoph. I have actually started this book previously. It only made it maybe a quarter of the way through and got distracted by other things, but loved it. So really, really keen to finish that. I'm actually going to read this one first and then The White Stag. So that'll be fun. Alrighty, so our next one is Herbology. Now, of course, Herbology makes sense. Plant on the cover. So I've gone with The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. Obviously our plant is all the beautiful leaves in the background of that one. This one's intriguing, you know, theoretically the main character goes into the woods and there's fairy tale kind of creatures and that sort of thing as far as I know, so I'm hoping it's quite a fun read and a quick read, hopefully. I think Nevernight's going to take a while. and you know, on a readathon you kind of want to get through the books, so you want to get a few quick reads happening. So hopefully this one is one of those ones that I can just fly through because it's awesome. And then the last one of my requirements is actually potions, which is next ingredient, a sequel. Now I've chosen, being a readathon, trying to get through these if at all possible with the work schedule, a graphic novel. So I've actually done The Walking Dead Volume 2 because it's a sequel, and I'm actually reading Volume 1 for one of the other classes, so it's a little bit out of order there, but that's okay. I haven't actually read this yet. I've seen the series obviously, but I haven't gotten into the graphic novel or anything, but I'm super keen because it's a pretty fun series. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, it's fun. And I'll let you know how the graphic novel stands up to the series, and hopefully it's worth getting the rest of them. So they're my compulsory ones. If I get through those 4 in the month, that'd be great. Generally I can read 10 to 12 books pretty fast in a month quite easily, but with work it's going to be madness, but I'm going to try and get through them all if I can. So my other ones are Ancient Ruins, which is a retelling, so I'm doing Heartless by Marissa Mayer. It's a retelling of the Queen of Hearts, so that's fun. It's from her point of view, so very keen to read that one. Hopefully I get to all of these because I'm of course keen to read all of them. The next one is Arithmancy, which is work written by more than one author, and I'm actually, if you're wondering why I keep looking down, I'm reading off my little cheat sheet there. I don't know if you can see, it's scrolled upon, it's got the classes and everything. So yeah, Arithmancy, work written by more than one author, and that's where I'm reading The Walking Dead graphic novel volume 1, so I'll read that one first and then go on to the other one. At least that will hopefully, won't take me long to read it all, and I can catch back up for some of the bigger books. Next one is Astronomy, which is a book with star in the title. I actually found this one quite tricky. Turns out I have 0 books with stars in the title. This was pretty much the only one I had. It's called Ludo and the Star Horse. Now obviously it's more middle grade sort of thing, but it's a fun, looks like anyway, just a fun quick read. It's got horses on it, which I love, so I don't know if you can see a little unicorn in the back. Unicorn, Pegasus, horses, bring it, love it all. So hopefully it's just a nice, quick fun read. And then for Defense Against the Dark Arts, it is Reducto, a title starting with R. So I've gone with, oh golly, The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. Now, I haven't actually read any of her books yet. This one's been sitting on my shelf pretty much since it came out, so I really need to read it. So I'm hoping this is that push to get it read and get on with the rest of the series, because I've only heard good things about this series, and I'm super keen to, as with all the others that I've said, everything's super keen today, to get this read and add it to that red pile. And then we've got Divination, which is set in the future. I have got a few dystopian, future-y type stories and some sci-fis, which are usually set in the future as well, on the shelf, but I've actually gone with this one, The Selection by Kira Cass. It's another one that's been on my list for ages. I've heard some good things. I'm a bit worried about this one, in all honesty, looking at some of the reviews, because I cheated and looked up some reviews, which I don't usually do, but I'm going to put all that aside and read it, and hopefully it's just a good fun read. History of Magic is our next one. It is a book that was published more than 10 years ago. I've picked another quick read for this one just because I've got them. So I've got an old school Doctor Who. Anyone who knows me knows I am a fanatic about Doctor Who. Everything's Doctor Who in my house. I'm actually, behind the camera is a giant TARDIS Doctor Who bookcase because, love it. So this one's Doctor Who and the Seeds of Doom. Fun, quick, it's Doctor Who, what's not to love. So if I get bogged down in some of the bigger books, I can whip this one out and have a bit of a palate cleanser and then go back to some of the bigger books. For Muggle Studies, you had to pick a contemporary. I don't really read contemporary. I don't really even know what contemporary is, in all honesty, but I've had this one on my to-read list, and I think it counts as contemporary. Word stumble. I think it counts as contemporary, so I'm going to use it. and it's What Sunday Dawn by Annie Seaton. I'm actually super keen to read this. Super keen. Oh god, I'm actually really interested to read this book because I actually did all my high schooling in the Whitsundays, so it's kind of set at home. So that'd be really good to read. I honestly, if any book I don't get to, it'll probably be this one, just because fantasy wins. It always wins. But hopefully I will finish all the rest and get to this one before the month's out. And then the last one on the list is Transfiguration, which is either a book of sprayed edges or a red cover. I have got a fair few Fairy Loot boxes that have sprayed edge books, but I've actually decided to go with a red cover and do Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I loved her A Darker Kind of Magic series. I've just started Savage Song, which has kind of been put on hold for this readathon, but so I'm going to hit Vicious because what's not to love? I mean, it's red, it's beautiful, the back sounds amazing. Look it up if you haven't heard of this book. Let me know if it's amazing, like I think it's going to be, in the comments. But that's the last one, probably. So that's our 12 books for April. I'm really hoping I get through them. Again, if you're not sure or this sounds fun, you know, picking 12 books based on owls and Harry Potter, and there's a Twitter community, it's all great. It sounds like really good fun. It's my first year doing it, but I think it's going to be fantastic. Go to Book Roast's YouTube. She's got an introductory video. It's got all the links you need with those career booklets and, you know, your letter and your prompts for subjects, and everything you need to know is on her page. She's the mastermind. She's amazing. She's created this whole thing. So go check her out. And hopefully you'll leave me some comments with what you guys are reading and you're going to take part as well. So bye. I won't be on much because I'm going to be busy. But have a good April, guys.